Hello everybody. Now we're going to have a quick look at the Dinky Eagle Freighter number 360, which came out in 1975 as a wonderful companion piece to the Eagle Transporter. Now I won't talk about the series because anybody watching this is going to know all about the series. I won't bother explaining it to you. But the main vehicle, of course, in the series was the Eagle, primarily the transporter. The freighter appeared once or twice, not very often. But nonetheless, it still had enough toy potential for Dinky to market it. And they produced this very, very nice looking model, which just for once is actually in the right colour. This first version in white looks absolutely splendid. It's, as you can see, it's exactly the same chassis as the transporter, but just with a different pod and a different paint scheme. So, okay, let's have a look. That's away. Now, okay, a quick look around it. There's our radioactive containers there. Hope they're not radioactive, or I'm going to have dodgy fingers later this evening. But there we are. This was produced in a couple of different versions. The first version like this was white, but just like the transporter, the nozzles here were actually silver, and the, I suppose, like fuel pods or whatever, were in red, and the colours have been reversed here. Just as exactly what happened on the transporter. This is the second version, the second white version, which is back colours have been reversed to the previous version. So I'm guessing this is probably about 1976. I'm guessing probably. Nice, isn't it? And here we are. Now here is the freight mechanism. As you can see, we've got a little spinning disc with 4 radioactive pods, and there is our magnet, which is controlled by a winch. So if I take one off, put it on the magnet, I should be able to, I can lower it at least, I should be able to, yeah, there you go. So you can play zooming along and dropping your pod off, and so on and so on. So wind it back up again. This is the pod. As you can see, nice Moonbase Alpha sticker with danger, nuclear waste. Let's take that off the magnet and put it back. Doesn't want to let go. There we are. Naturally, you could swap this over the transporter, and vice versa, and create an or nearly all white one as accurate in the program if you put the transporter pod on this, but I'm sure everybody watching this already knows already. Alpha Moonbase sticker. It's quite nice. So nice and detailed. Just the same spring suspension as with the transporter. Apart from that, it's exactly the same. Now, round about 1977, Dinky decided for some reason to change the colour scheme. No idea why. Now this is actually my one. This is the one that I had as a kid. Still in its original box. As you can see, it's all yellowed, as they always do. So, but nonetheless, I'm still nice. I'm still really pleased to have this original box. I mean, that's, how many years old is that? It's nearly 48 years old, probably. And it's still there. Now, they've changed the colour scheme for some reason to metallic blue. Who knows why? You can't say white was an uncommon colour. And here it is. Also, you can see that the box has changed slightly as well. It's gone from a blue plinth to a yellow one. Apart from that, everything's exactly the same except for the thruster colours and obviously the chassis main body, and the pod is now a white colour. That's better. You can see it better now. Yeah. Still. There you go. Oops, wrong way around. Let's have a look. Made in England. Eagle Freighter, as if it could be anything else. So there you go. Now, original box. Alpha Moonbase. And what you do with it, it's actually on the edges of this one, not on the top as with the blue plinth. Fairly late in the run, the stickers that said nuclear waste were actually removed from the little drums because it all followed an incident whereby the police were called to a house when someone found one in a garden and thought it was actually radioactive waste in a garden. And the police were called and dug it up, and presumably Dinky started to have a panic, and so they changed the wording on the pod. You couldn't make it up, really, could you? So there's the blue one. This is a repro box, of course, obviously. So yeah, production has carried on until 1981, and changed to a different type of box again with like a bubble, like a plastic front to it, hanging box. So there you go. So there we are. So this is about 1976, and this one is, I believe, 1977. Other slight tiny variation you might look for is here. Look at that middle bar. You see, there's a middle bar there. That's not present on the earlier one. I'm such a nerd, aren't I? Right, okay. Well, there we go then, and let's hope one day the population of Moonbase Alpha gets back to Earth, but of course they won't. Bye-bye.